Welcome everyone to this video. Today I want to talk about your privacy options when it comes to using AI. Right out of the gate, I do want to mention that the most private option that you're ever going to find is running an LLM locally, but I also recognize not everyone wants to go through the setup, and it does require some level of hardware, and not everyone has that or wants to spend money. And so I'm going to go over free options that you can use on any computer, as well as introduce you on how to run an LLM locally, since it is the most private option. The first option I want to go over is Duck AI, which will work on any computer that has internet and a web browser. All you need to do is an internet search for Duck AI, click on it, and it will take you in here. And you'll notice I am using the free version. And if I click on the drop-down menu, you can see which models we have access to, quite a few. Again, on the free tier, yes, the more advanced ones do require a paid subscription, but for everyday tasks, these should be fine. And you do have a new chat option as well as image generation as well. You can switch between fast answers or reasoning, which will allow it to think through the answers more thoroughly. And just the standard options, uploading a file, customizing your responses as needed. If I go down here to the settings, you can review the chat protections. The way Duck AI protects you is it uses these common models, but it acts as a proxy between you and those companies. And it works to make you as anonymous as possible by removing metadata and other things that can identify you, such as your IP address, etc. Now keep in mind, if you give it your name, your address, and other information about you, none of this is going to stop them from being able to figure out who you are because you just told them. So use some common sense and make sure that when you use any AI service that is not local, that you are not giving it personal information. Also, back down here in the settings, there is an approximate location option. Leave this off. I just don't see how that is useful, and that to me is just way too much information to be giving out. This other option is up to you, though I would say if your computer is not encrypted, I would consider turning this off. The next option is Lumo, which is from Proton, and it works very similar to Duck AI, but it's also very different. Duck AI allows you to use these models from these large corporations and acts as a proxy or a go-between to protect your identity and make you anonymous, whereas Lumo is just using Lumo and you're trusting Proton that they are keeping everything private. It does have some options such as new ghost chat, which is also in Duck AI, just not in the same format. It works pretty much the same. You'll notice that there is no image generation. You can upgrade to get some more additional features. Now, to be clear, they're not a sponsor. None of these are sponsors. This is not a plug for them. I'm just pointing out that you do get additional features. I do find the upgrade option to be a little more intrusive than on Duck AI. It seems to be almost everywhere. Even in the settings, we can see it there. But just know that this is an alternative option if you don't want to use Duck AI. Next up, we are in the Brave web browser, and if we click on this little option up here in the top right when on a website, it will open up Leo, which is the AI option from Brave, and you can use this AI option right here with any website that you're viewing, which can help you out. And then down here in the bottom right, if you click on this menu, you can see all the different models that you can use. You'll notice a common theme. If you want to use the more advanced models, you do have to pay for them, just like with the previous options that we went over. But I will also note, if you don't trust Brave to keep you private, you do have the option to bring your own model or use a local model. And you can click on it here or just go into the settings, select Leo. And you can disable the AI if you just want it disabled. But down here at the bottom, you can add the option to connect to a self-hosted LLM if you'd like to do so. Now, all three options I went over do require trust and faith in the company that provides them to keep you private and safe. Whether it's Duck AI from DuckDuckGo, Lumo from Proton, or Leo from Brave, you do have to trust all three of those companies to keep you safe and private. Now, all three of those do have a privacy background and a privacy business model, and so I do feel comfortable recommending those. Either way, you are relying on these companies to keep you safe and private, which, to be fair, is true about VPN services, web browsers, etc. But next up, we want to talk about how to do the most safe and private option, which is to host yourself. And for a lot of people, they don't even know where to get started. And so I'm going to give you a beginner-friendly introduction. To get started, you are going to need a tool to be able to run and host those LLMs locally. I will link all these down below in the notes, and I'm actually going to pull up a couple so you can see how they work. But first off, Jan is probably the most beginner-friendly one that I can offer or recommend to anyone. Again, I'll open it up here in just a moment. LM Studio is a little more advanced, but still beginner-friendly. It just gives a lot more options, a lot more capabilities. Llama is definitely much more advanced, but it also offers a lot more options. And of course, there's other options as well. I'm not going to go over every single one, but if you want to get started, for example, with Jan, you'll just go ahead and download and install it. Once you have it installed and open, open, it's going to look like this. And the first thing you'll want to do is go over to settings and then click on privacy and make sure that this toggle is off to increase privacy. Now, please be aware the performance that you get out of this is going to heavily depend on the hardware in your computer. First off, if you do not have a dedicated graphics card in your computer, this probably is not going to work very good. It just kind of depends. You can still try it, but it will probably be very slow or just not work. And I'll also note that having a dedicated graphics card alone is not enough. The amount of VRAM on that graphics card is going to impact performance, as well as the amount of system RAM you have. As far as system RAM, you're going to probably want at minimum 8 gigs of RAM, but really you want more than that. And of course, your processor is going to impact it a bit as well. And so just keep that in mind. When you first install Jan, it should have asked you to install the Jan model, which is the default. You can give this one a try, and you'll notice down here with tools that it does have access to the web, which is very nice to have by default. In LLM Studio, which I'll show in just a moment, that's actually something you have to set up. So it's kind of nice and very beginner friendly to have that set up out of the gate. If you want to look at additional models, you can click on Hub, and this will give you a list of models that you can download and install. Filters by newest. You can also go to most downloaded, or you can search. If I search for Gemma 4, which is from Google, you can see there's different options here. If you have a computer that has lower end hardware, I would recommend going with a smaller LLM. See how that performs first. If it does really well, you could go up to something bigger and just try to find the sweet spot. You can also do some research to see which fits best with the hardware that you have, and then you can switch between them at any time up here in the menu. Now, there are a lot of settings. I'm not going to go over each one, but that should be enough to at least get you started and up and running as far as hosting an LLM locally with Jan. The alternative option to Jan that I'm going to go over is LM Studio, which again, you'll just download and install. And then once you have it installed, it's going to look like this. Now it's going to be a little more intimidating, but a lot more options. You're going to still have your standard chat options that you see in all of these. You can select your model up here at the top. And to actually download a model, you can click on this option over here, and it's going to bring up a big menu, and you can search for whatever you're looking for. Again, the Gemma 4 options that we saw in Jan are here as well. I would recommend a model that has all 3 icons so you have more options when using the model. And as I mentioned earlier, I would start with a smaller model first, see how it runs, and see if your computer can handle it. If it works great, maybe work your way up to a bigger one, or do some research to see which one fits best with the hardware you have. But when you find one you want to use, you just go ahead and download it. And then back here on chat, you'll select here up at the top. You can select the model and then click on new chat. And after you click on new chat, you'll have the chat options down here. You'll notice you have some tools just like you did in Jan, but not the same tools. If you want to add them, you can, which you'll need to edit the mcp.json, which you can do also up here in the top right. And if you don't have this window, it's just this icon in the top right. This part might be a little intimidating, so I wouldn't worry about that out of the gate. First, just get familiar with how LM Studio works. Just start chatting with a model, figure out which one works best. You do have a lot of settings that you can adjust. You'll also have some config options over here on the right. Just do some research, take it one setting at a time so that you can tweak it. And also be aware, if you want these settings to persist per model, you'll want to come over here to My Models and then use the gear icon here to adjust the settings. Otherwise, you'll be changing the settings every time you reselect the model. I hope this helps as far as giving an introduction as to what your privacy options are when using AI. I will be doing some future videos diving more into the settings and options, especially in Jan and LM Studio. Keep an eye out for those tutorials in the future, but I just wanted to give an introduction to get you started. If you do have any comments or questions, please post them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider sharing it. And if you would like to support the channel, go ahead and hit that join button to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month, the thanks button, the subscribe button, or that bell notification icon to get notifications on future videos. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day.